Hey, it's Gavin here, and if you are looking to use Kartra or you've just started using Kartra to sell your products and you're wondering if you're able to limit the number of products sold, the number of units sold of that product before it's unavailable, then this is a video for you, because I'm going to show you how you can work around that with Kartra and what you're going to need to do that. So let's jump right into it.
Welcome back. So as I said, today I'm going to show you how can I either stop or at least notify myself when a certain number of a product in Kartra has been sold. So quick announcement is stick to the end of the video, because I've got a free gift for you if you just started on your Kartra journey or you've thinking about starting and want to choose Kartra as your platform. I've got a free gift for you at the end. So wait until the end and you can check that out. So first things first, at the moment, Kartra does not give you the ability to limit the number of units sold. Maybe they will develop that at some point, but for now, what I've done as a workaround for some clients, and it's pretty simple, is we basically notify ourselves when a certain number of units has been sold. So you don't have to go keep on checking Kartra. You at least will receive a message or an email saying, hey, you've reached the limit of what you wanted to sell of a specific product. Go turn it off, essentially. So what we're going to need to do that is Zapier. I've spoken about Zapier a ton. It's a really amazing software that lets you join different softwares together, and it works really well with Kartra. So in this case, you are going to need a Zapier paid plan, because we're creating a Zap that has multiple steps, and you need a paid plan for that. So just go to My Integrations once you've signed up, and if you think this is going to be a good match for you. So in the My Integrations, you're going to go find your Zapier, go get that connected. Easy peasy, just takes a day or so. Now let's jump over to the Zapier side. And all this step really does is, the overview is basically we get notified, Kartra lets us know when a product has been sold. Then in Zapier, we have a storage, we have a number that we're storing. And each time we see that happen, we increase that number by 1. And we're checking, is that number equal to the limit that we want to sell the product? If so, continue to the last step or the next step and notify us that 10 units have been sold of product A, and now we must go into Kartra and turn it off. So like I said, this is more of a workaround because Kartra doesn't enable it at the moment, but this is still going to save you time. You don't have to check Kartra all the time to see how many you've sold. You can just wait for that email and then go turn it off. So in Zapier, you're going to go connect your Kartra, which, as I said, you've done that in the Kartra side as well. You've connected your Zapier. Now you can go add your Kartra as an app. And the trigger that you're setting up is called customer buys a product. I've already selected that, so this is the next step. So it's just called customer buys product, and then you'll get these 3 options. You basically just choose your product and you choose which price point. If you want to only sell 3 at the top level price point, then you just choose the top level price point. If you don't care, if it's just 3 overall, then you just choose any price, etc. The next step is what I was talking about. We are now incrementing a value each time we see this happen in Zapier. So we're using something called storage by Zapier, and it lets us save values between Zapier steps, between Zaps. Normally, Zaps run in their own isolated little world, but storage lets you save information between those different runs, between the different times they run, and then you can retrieve the information. So in this case, we are saying storage. It will ask you to do 1 or 2 setup steps. It's easy. The instructions are very clear. And then you're going to say increment value. And then from that case, you just choose the count you just created. You're going to say set up action. And then very important is the key. If you are using storage by Zapier across multiple Zaps, you do want to make this key unique. So in this case, if we're tracking units sold of product A, you might call it product A unit sold, or product A sold, or product A count, whatever. Just make it unique. Don't include any dashes or underscores, no spaces. Just keep it simple. And you can say increment value is 1. And you can see how this works. I've already tested it a few times, so it's up to 4. If we say test again, as if the Zap triggered again, 5 times. Triggered it again, up to 6 now. And just goes up and up and up nonstop. And then the next step is a filter by Zapier. So filters basically let us create a little wall, and we say, when you get to this point, let's check something. If conditions are correct, you can continue. In this case, we are saying, is the now incremented value from the previous step equal to the number of units we want to limit the number of sales to? So we say the value respond or the product name respond exactly matches the number that we want to limit. So let's say it was 10. In this case, our number wasn't up to 10, so it wouldn't continue. But if it was equal to 6, which is what it currently is at, it's going to say passed. And then the next step, we just send ourselves a quick email. So that is literally the simple overview. Like I said, Kartra doesn't offer this by default already, but we have a cool little workaround that we don't have to check all the time. So if you found that useful, I would also really, really suggest grabbing my free gift in the description. It's my Kartra guide that I feel summarizes a lot of questions I've seen over and over by people just starting on Kartra, or they're thinking about using Kartra. And it's really going to save you a lot of time with some of those top questions and cool little ways to fix things that you might see on other platforms. And also in that guide, what I really appreciate is if you haven't signed up yet, is you sign up with my link that I mentioned in that guide, because it is an affiliate link. So I will get a little bit of a kickback as a disclaimer, but it's no additional cost to you. And it just shows me that you appreciate the videos I'm making. It shows me that I must keep making these videos, that you actually are learning things from this. And it keeps me inspired to keep helping you solve these problems with Kartra as I come across them. So I hope you found that very useful, and chat soon. Until next time.